What up YouTube, Case Most Prime, we're back at you with another video review. Thought I'd go back in time and kind of go back to filming some old reviews over again. Simply due to the fact that I haven't done some in a while, specifically toy reviews. I have not done these in a long time. So, I thought I'd review something that needs to be re-reviewed, one of my older reviews I need to get redone. So, today I'll be doing my re-review of Transformers G1 Blaster. This guy was my first ever G1 figure in my collection. I got him as an early Christmas present back in '07. I never really had... This was like the oldest guy in my collection. Nothing compared to my oldest Transformer I have. But this guy is the G1, the oldest figure I have in my collection in terms of, I think, like age, except for my G1 Optimus, which I have no idea where he is. Don't know where he is. I found the trailer, but I don't know where the rest of it is. But in terms of his alt mode, he is a boombox radio. The Autobots communication. Now I paid about, I think it was like 35 bucks for this guy. The only problem with him when I got him was that his door wouldn't open, but as you can tell, that's currently how far it's open, but I was kind of amateur, but I actually was able to try to get this to open. I did it really amateurly, but I did get it to work. But what I did was I went back here and I unscrewed these 4 or 5 screws. I took this whole piece out and I had to take out another piece that was in there and reverse it, or put it back in another position, and then that allowed it to pop the door open. Although the price I paid was I lost one of the pieces in there, and that caused the arms to get really loose. As you can tell, they're kind of loose in there. Plus the door, these buttons don't, the button gimmick doesn't work. There was once a gimmick where you could push this down. If you push this button, this would pop back up. That gimmick no longer functions. It's a small price to pay for my big success. I do plan to get one of the Cassetticons for him, like probably Steeljaw. But any cassette will fit in here, any of even the sound waves, like, let's see, I think I have a knockoff cassette in here in my drawer. Ah, here's one. Like, here's a knockoff Laserbeak I have, although one of the sides is broken off, but, he will hold a cassette. You have to really squeeze it in there, but it will hold a cassette. There it goes. Close it up. But he will hold a cassette. But this is my, as I said before, my knockoff G1 Laserbeak, and one of his legs broke off, but other than that, though, still pretty much the same old Laserbeak. See? Just with a missing leg. But anyway, so now I will transform into robot mode. Close this up. Oh yeah, one more thing is I have to keep on manually pushing that peg down to get it to close. But in terms of his transformation, you're gonna take him. Let's see if I can get this on camera. You're gonna take those and pull them out like so. Take this, slide it in and push it into the leg. Same on this side. Fold them down. Something that no one really does anymore is they don't push these up. They don't push those up. Fold down the feetums. That's JT Mitchell 87's fault. He said that in one of his videos, and now I'm quoting him. Back up the camera here, though you can see all of them in the frame. The instructions tell you to pull the arms out and rotate them like this, but that leaves 2 middle bars out, so I push them in like so. I pull the arms out like so. There's some slider switches which allow you to reveal the hands. And last but not least, flip up the head and turn it around. Got a message on Facebook. Oh, someone accepted my friend request. But, here is Blaster in robot mode. especially for his size. Blaster is one of the tallest G1 figures. I mean, like, here's my G1 breakdown. That's tiny. He's even taller than Soundwave, and he wasn't really that tall in the show. Here he is next to my Club Sideburn figure. And even to prove even more dwarfing, G1 Bumblebee. So this guy is pretty tall. Look, with a message. Oh, something about Deadmau5. Which, by the way, if Deadmau5 was in the 80s, Blaster could play Deadmau5. But anyway, in terms of articulation, G1 figure, don't expect much. Head rotates 360 degrees. Can look up this way or forward. Arms rotate 360 degrees. Go in and out like this. His wrist rotates. His legs go in and out. You pull his legs out, they bend at the knee this way. But that's really it. There's not really any other possibility. I did get him with his gun, but I broke the gun and I sat on it when I was in the car one day, so how unfortunate. But he does have a really long black gun that he can use. And again, you can open his chest, take a tape, and pop it in. We did get recently, and there you go. We did recently get a reissue of Blaster for San Diego Comic-Con a couple years ago. I'm not sure if pretty much the same figure came with all of his Cassetticons: Ramhorn, Eject, Steeljaw, and Rewind. Pretty much all of them. And he also had his gun. Well, pretty simple. And it would have been really awesome. I don't actually know about the figure, but it would have been really awesome if they used the Twin Cast mold, because Twin Cast was a repaint of Soundwave and or Blaster, and the only real difference was it had a thicker case, so it could hold 2 tapes instead of 1, much like the Sound Blaster mold, which is the mold used for the reissue Soundwave I reviewed a couple years ago. Which, if I could find it, I would feature in this video, but I don't have it. So, just for one more size comparison, here he is next to my TV remote. That is tall. But, yeah, Blaster, he's cool. I mean, I like this character in the show. He, in Soundwave always had that fuel war going on. So, he's okay. He's an okay guy. He's cool. Depending on what his condition is, depends on how much you pay for him. If he's complete, and if he works properly with a door, then he's going to work fine. Or he'll cost a little more. He'll cost a little... If he's incomplete, or his battery, or his door doesn't work, then he'll probably be a little cheaper. As I said before, I was able to fix mine. I'm pretty sure there's other how-to videos out there on how to fix it, but, that's the way I did it. But I guess that's about it. Later, guys, I'm out of here.